Greetings, fellow waterlogged rats. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ratopia, episode 15, Leaky Roof. Per party, add more beds and a slate roof. So this is going to change sort of where our lowest level is. So this is all going to become bunk bed space. Meaning that the traps that we have built here are going to need to be moved to a lower level. For now, what we could do is to have a path below it here. And it doesn't need to be even, right? Like we could have traps on this level and then traps on the level below where the bedrooms are going in. The only important thing is like the enemies have to be able to path into our base, because if they can't, they will tunnel, and tunneling is a lot more annoying to counter. So you don't have to prevent tunneling, but it makes it much harder to defend well if you allow enemies to tunnel to you. So what I should be doing, instead of replacing these floors myself, is to make sure to offer up an alternative path. I may also need to leak the water that's... Well, no, we can go right above it. So one could definitely make the argument of like, it would be better if I just planned on, planned right now on going 2 levels down. But I feel like the amount of beds that we can add with just 1 level is going to be pretty significant. I probably need to go collect some taxes, though. So it looks something like this. We have dirt blocks spanning that gap. And then any enemy coming from the west can pass by these traps here that are getting built now. I wonder how close my leader is to the next strength point. Not that close. So one thing you may have noticed is how difficult it becomes once you have multiple classes to be able to satisfy the needs of the multiple classes in a way that is going to allow you to like continue progressing without morale shock, because the expectations that the middle class has is much greater than the lower class, and then you have to supply all that new stuff they're asking for. All right. This alternative path is almost through. Just good. Just required me to roll my sleeves up and do a lot of the work myself. And I'll probably have it terminate like here so we don't break into the jungle area. Having beds on the lower level does sound useful for combat. Absolutely. It's going to be helpful to just, even if it isn't our combatants, our strongest people that own those beds, just the fact that we'll have beds. Oh, you know what? Oh, well, the other thing is, like, I have mostly been building. So I've been building bedrooms at 2 high to save for space. So I guess it's fine that we'll have a 2 high section, but everywhere else we've had 3 high sections. But I can change it for beds because beds don't benefit from 3 high really. So I guess that's fine. Oh, and another quest. Ink. Oh, he wants to make me stronger? I will take it. Elitist, militant, extravagant. Okay. Just looking for good people. Easier said than done. The constant warnings that I'm running out of money anytime I go below. Well, okay, that's actually true this time. The newest wages and taxes just depleted my savings pretty hard, so let's go ahead and collect some taxes. Someone is sitting on a hoard of money. Just don't know who it is yet. But I'll find them. What's interesting is we've met all the joy needs for everyone. I think necessity needs... Let's see. The poor necessity satisfaction really hasn't moved very much, but it has gone up, I think, a little bit. Not everyone has a leather bag. Do I have spare leather bags just sitting around? Because the other thing is, if they're so poor that they can't afford their necessities, that's a separate issue, right? Because just because there's leather bags doesn't necessarily mean that our poorest can buy them. So making sure that there's some sort of minimum level welfare, which is what I've been doing. Because our supply ratio for necessities is 68%. These are the basic supplies supplied. So I guess we'll check back on that. It looks like we don't have any leather bags in stock, or leather sacks in stock, but we do have pottery in stock. So I'll check back on that. I did intend to start to ranch bunnies once the area up here is dried a little bit more, and it's been becoming dried from our water scooper. But I'll continue watching that keenly to make sure we ranch the bunnies, the rabbits, as soon as we're able. Remember to heal? Yes. We do have combat coming in. Actually, what's more important than healing right now, because I'm wearing armor, so it's not that big of a deal, is to build dirt block walls here so that the enemies can't bypass some of our defenses. do a little... Oh, let me explore first. Oh, Goldtail. A new town. Right, let's heal right before the combat. Royal Tunnel allows you to sort of fast travel. It's something that is a very new addition to the game. All right, here we go. Our poor hunter got caught up in that. Fortunately, your random citizens that get caught up in fighting, like, they typically are tanky enough that they'll survive being ganged up on, even by some zombies. So you do want to run to their defense, but... Oh, I'm on the wrong level. I'm going to be probably doing that a lot. And you can definitely see the benefit of all the Combat Academy graduates. As these last few fights we flew through, this last one even had no injuries. Just because they're much, much stronger. Which is great. Alright. We do now have the room for beds. So there's like a dead spot here. So it maybe I'll build it the other way. To leave one spot near the center. The other thing is I think I want to move the two random beds that are at this top level here, because they really don't belong, and I'll relocate them below once those below beds are built. I think that makes sense. And I suspect that a sizable swath of a slate roof is probably good to go. Yes. So we're just waiting on mining into the tree to make room for it. But this will prevent rain from accumulating in annoying places. Does seem like I'll need more slate, but there's a lot of slate down below that I haven't bothered to collect. Only because I wasn't building slate roofs until just now. I probably would not want to get taxed while sleeping. So checking in again in our supply rate. I always forget exactly where it is. The supply rate, that is, of needs. Oh, here it is. So it's in the 73. So it's gone up 5 points. So we're heading in the right direction. And we're not even ranching yet. I think once we start ranching bunnies, because my guess is the bottleneck is just the simple amount of bunnies and leather that we get. Because hunting is slower than ranching. No, we have a lot of leather. So it might be the amount of leather sacks that we can make. I might not even need to ranch. We'll see. Checking migrants, anarchists, no thank you, and elitists, no thank you. So alternatively, I could just get another tanner and go with like 1 hunter, 1 butcher, 2 tanners, and go that route. Talonist and Wipe Rozo, thank you for both of you for resubbing. I've also been plowing through the research. A lot of the research that I have been unlocking, I haven't been employing. Oops, that's the wrong button. You know, I'm not using like maintenance offices and all that. A lot of those are just sort of nice to haves, but they because they tie up your citizens doing that specific task. I do find that they're better for late game when you have a lot higher of a population because basically it's expensive to not have general laborers because you're not going to get mining and hauling done. So we need more people before we do that. How deep does the world go? I'll go down as far as I can, but I've basically already been to near the bottom. And unlike games like Terraria, there's not too much of an advantage to go all the way down. I mean, you might find resources, but there isn't something like particularly unique or magical about the bottom. It's just lower. You know, it might have resources, but it isn't it isn't special. Maybe I find spiders. Yeah, it's true. I could. I'm just super surprised I haven't found spiders yet. But that's just chance. So we're starting to get some extra beds, which is going to be good to admit new refugees, or migrants rather, to our community. So now I don't have to wonder about where to house them, allowing us to actually grow. One thing that is going to be a ramification of adding new people in, however, I'm okay with a quick pacifist, is that if I don't start minting more coins, without creating more wealth in your community, you're essentially splitting the wealth more ways. Oh, and also there's a raffle timer up for that new for Una, which means the poor get poorer. So it will be time at some point to mint coins, whether that is copper or gold coins, in order to make sure that there's enough wealth to go around so that people can afford the necessities and food that they need to survive and thrive. In a perfect system, it would be perfectly distributed to make sure that the royal coffers never run out and everybody has the same amount of money. I guess that's socialism, but okay. So in this game, maybe the perfect system is socialism, but I digress. My larger point is that we need to make sure that the our lovely little Rhadamants are cared for. Hey, Smutty Monkeys, thank you for the resub. Yeah, maybe I don't mean in this game, I don't know. Maybe that's a more general thought. Alright, so that lowest level bedroom thing, doing pretty good. While I'm down here, let's go ahead and queue up the collection of a bunch of slate so we can continue our roof and prevent the flooding. This flooding sucks. I can also continue the ladder that goes down if you were interested in like what's down there. This might be the lowest I can go. What we're looking at here. What's my... No, we can go about 100 lower. Looking at the Y coordinate. But we're going into, like, flooded area, so it might be a little tricky to go any lower than we are now. Ooh, boy, look at that, my money. It got ravaged. If I was Slate, where would I be? Sandstone. That's a pretty stone. But I've started a slate roof. Might as well just continue a slate roof. Is it worth exploring both sides? At some point, I'll add just doing general exploration to the list that you guys can vote on. Or Drake, thank you for the sub too. So there's some slate here that I can mine. Almost every single Rhadamant right now has, oh, that's not gonna work. Has, their needs met, which is great. Like, one needs rest, not a big deal. Take a look at our lovely roof. Oh, yes. Due to lack of laborers, essentially no progress. It's not honestly that surprising. It's a work in progress. Well, actually, we have a lot of laborers going up and doing that work. So that's great. Are we going to have another person? Because I think the raffle timer is about to be out. Crier... No, I don't want them. Alright, let's roll this. Umris. Do you already have someone? I guess I'll alphabetically see pretty quick. No, you don't. So let's go down to Una. Oh, alphabetical, please. Cool. Oh, you did? I didn't see you. Yes, you did. No, I didn't have it sorted alphabetically. Blue Punk Rocker. You are a novel name. So, let's fix that. And have we been supplying 78%? So it's gone up a whole 10%. And that's not insignificant. A whole 10% of our necessities being met. And that is without the ranch yet. Just because our water shoveler has just too much work to do, I think. So what I was hoping to do here is to just add a little platform here so that we can actually reach the slate and have more slate to build the roof. Because we just need a roof. Well, this will Captain Obvious, but we just need a roof as wide as our footprint of our town, so that it won't rain and accumulate. Because that is really getting annoying. What's funny is what might end up happening is we end up with less water, just because we'll be using it up. and preventing it from accumulating. But if we reach that point, I can always just add more dew collection, and it would be fine. Who's working here? Guitar Lilin? Alright, I'm going to keep a close eye on how much more water we end up getting there. Another thing I might want to get at some point is the strength belt, so that I can carry more stuff. I mean, I'd have to pick between the Everybody Loves Me mask. Oh, well, yeah, here she's scooping. The Everyone Loves Me mask and the strength belt, but there's definitely an advantage to being able to haul more stuff when I'm the one doing a lot of the manual hauling and labor. I wonder what joint's trying to move. More migrants. Oh, yeah. Cooperate. Oh, big appetite. Never mind. Hopefully we get someone worth adding soon. So today is not a combat day, which is good. Get more even work done. So overall arching goals here. Let's have a revote on that. So improving security and defenses, create better work districts, increasing the amount of Ratopians in the middle class, which would be minting coins, providing more goods and services for the lower class, goods and services for the middle class, improving efficiency and aesthetics, or viewer suggestions. And I'm also going to continue working on the roof, but I think we have enough beds that I don't really need to worry about that for a bit. Oh yeah, I see why she hasn't made a lot of progress here. She actually has. It's just an immense amount of water. You, the leader, can move water way faster than the individual. Like, everything that you do is faster than the, you know, than a average citizen. You are like functionally a superhero compared to them. So, therein lies the difference. It also might make sense to create a little ladder here. I know it looks weird, but create a little ladder here to be able to get up on the roof, to be able to clear the roof. Because there will be water growing on the roof and everything. Oh, poor Neuron. He just brought all those leaves for the ladder, and I'm building them now. Wasn't the point of the roofs they don't collect water? It's so that it doesn't rain directly upon our structures. So having like a full roof here will keep the water off, and anything that does collect can just run straight into our well collection. So yeah, once it's done, it will actually keep us dry down below. Any luck? Cooperation and quiet? I can go for that. Okay, Jonathan. New raffle time for him. And you guys want me to improve efficiency or aesthetics. So what sub-project to work on. So, in terms of efficiency, I could create a subterranean lift. So, mining, shaft, lift. I could also create a horizontal exploration rail system. One thing I will say, or you know what, I could create, build a rail system to the mine, because we know where the Noxulin mine is. I haven't cleared it. We're not producing anything there, but I could create a rail system to that if we wanted to. I can add, so the game has the concept of like decoration for like wallpaper and the like. So I could create like wallpapers, maybe out of like wood or something. So add wallpapers to different sections, areas of the home. What would be another good aesthetic project? I could add, I could technically do the monument base. Build the monument base. The monument base is like an aesthetics goal, I guess. So I'll have you vote on those. I'm going to include one more of just like viewer suggestions, because maybe you guys are a little bit more creative about your suggestions than I am. So there we go. There's the poll. And vote your conscience. So I see that check one more time. So our supply rate is 89%. It's even better. We're really getting necessities out. All of the bags are being supplied. So we hit that goal, which is great. So everyone has the pottery, everyone has the bags that want it. Oil is not being met yet, but I didn't work on oil. So even just having a singular hunter seems to be enough to me, which is good news. Okay, we do have combat coming in. I'm healed up. The thing that I need to do, though, is to make sure that there's a valid path for the attackers, aka... Actually, it'd be alright if I did this. No, but not if Udagul's coming with dirt. Because if there's... And I don't recall, but if there's an enemy group this direction, they will bust. They will create a tunnel and bust their way into our base in a way that we do not want to deal with. So I took a little bit of damage jumping down here, but I really don't want tunnelers. Truthfully, they very, very suck. I hate tunneling. So now, even though the ladder's not finished, there's a valid path to get up and down, which is going to be a big difference. There's also tons of slate here, so if we wanted to get more slate for our roof line, we could do that pretty easily. I'll queue up some mining. Yeah, because there's this grave here, so they would have tunneled if I hadn't finished the ladder in time. Right. Shaft and rail is tied. So if you guys want to do a tiebreaker, feel free, but the raffle just triggered. Bangface, you already have a character. And I ought to heal a little bit, because I did fall and take some damage. What other research can we get to? You know what, I might as well unlock the shrines. I don't intend to build them, really, because I prefer the Shrine of the Rat, which is resource tax collection, which is... I can't imagine living without. And A rail system to the mine. Got it. So we are build a roof and a rail system to the mine. Cool. All right, re-rolling that. As if you have someone. No. So Jonathan is now Madsy. Congrats. We have not met anyone new. We're getting... I mean, if I was better about, like, constantly re-queuing up exploration, I'm really not. But if I was better at it, we would have probably discovered everyone by now. We're getting there. Hypertension. Ugh. Cooperation, quiet, and quick. Oh, yeah, I can do the Freedom Seekers. Ben and Grace. Alright, we have another raffle timer. For 2 more people. And adding to our, like, general labor pool is really, really nice, because then the building and hauling is going to get done. I could have dedicated haulers, but I'd rather... I think it's totally fine to have them be just generalists. Oh, we're being attacked in a new direction. There's a new group of enemies coming from the west, as you can see this westward indicator. Everyone wants a piece of me. Unfortunately for the everyone that wants a piece of me, my army absolutely crushes. You know, if I take a look at the orders here, I never added Lorks back to the squad, I don't think. Oops. Or Guero, rather, because I moved Guero. So the advantage, if you're wondering, of the Mace Rat over the Comet Academy's Longsword or Mace is they do get armor bonuses, so they're harder to kill. But maybe I move them all up to the Comet Academy anyway, just because, like, I think it might be better. How did you get in here? Get out. So we do have someone severely wounded, so it's time for me to go rally the forces. And they also, like, straight up breaking my walls, which is obnoxious. That's how they got in. They, like, broke through the walls. Wait, who's severely wounded? I don't even see anyone severely wounded right now. I think they were tended to without my input. Good. One less task for me to do. It would make sense to move the door to the bottom level. You know what actually would make sense? Is if I moved it 1 level lower and then had the lift go down, splitting left to right, where they were just lines of traps on either side. Something like that. So it would be so that the traps are inside the base or maybe behind 2 layers of doors or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of, like, those kind of improvements that definitely could be made at some point. It's just a matter of getting the labor and the time to do them. And also, like, replacing these blocks with sturdier ones, because dirt blocks are 50 HP and wooden blocks are 80, rock blocks are 120, marbles 150. So if I ended up wanting that corner of the bottom to be tougher, I could do like marble blocks, which is stone brick. Expensive, but it will stop this section from getting crushed every few days when there's a raid. We'll see if it's a recurring problem. If it's not a recurring problem, it doesn't require a solution. But that would be something to consider if we wanted to vote for improving defenses again. So the Noxland mine, where was that again? Bottom left, I think? I might have to go poke around for it unless one of you guys remember. Southwest? That's what I thought. And I'm healthy enough to go there. It's fine. Two newbies. Looking at the eligible users, it's all people that already have characters, so I'm going to open it up to general viewers as well. So Lashana, you're going to become one of the two newbies. Ben. And the other one is Skyra. I wish there was a way to sort by... well, I guess sorting by stats might do it, because it depends on the stats that is sorted by. But like by the oldest to newest in the community. Because it can be difficult to like remember who recently joined. It was Grace, right? Ben Grace. All right, there we go. So let's go find the mine so I can actually set up the infrastructure to be able to travel to it quickly. Thank you for tuning in to Ratopia, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 14th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ratizens.